Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm your host, Bad Guy Ibra, and the question that's been going around is essentially: does Logan Paul have a chance against Floyd the Money Mayweather, the greatest boxer of all time, 50-0? Does Logan Paul have a chance against Floyd Mayweather? Obviously, the fight is scheduled for June 6th in the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida, United States of America. As the greatest of all time, Floyd Money Mayweather is scheduled to fight Logan Paul in an exhibition bout. Absolutely fantastic, honestly. 50-0 Floyd Money Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather has fought the likes of Juan Manuel Marquez, Luis Castillo, Diego Carreras, Manny Pacquiao, Conor McGregor. He's fought the likes of Andre Berto, Canelo Alvarez, and just greats like that. And Victor Ortiz, and that now is facing a boxer who had it's not even an amateur boxer, Logan Paul, who had his first professional bout in 2019 and lost to KSI by split decision, who's also a YouTuber. And honestly, it's complicated because the question generally is, does Logan Paul have a chance against Floyd Money Mayweather? And personally, I don't. I think Logan Paul does have a chance against Floyd Mayweather, and hear me out, okay? So Floyd Mayweather, although he's the greatest boxer of all time, professional boxer of all time, in my personal humble opinion, Logan Paul is 26 years old. He's 6 foot two. I'm just an inch taller than Logan Paul, so I'm 6 foot three. Logan Paul's huge. I am as well, slightly huge as well. Anyways, but enough about me. Logan Paul is, and Floyd Mayweather is 5'8". That's about 173 to 174 centimeters. He weighs a lot less, and Logan Paul is roughly going to be about 190 pounds going into the fight. Floyd is going to be roughly about 160 pounds fighting someone who weighs 30 pounds more than him. So Logan clearly is going to hit harder. He's taller, he's rangier, his jab is obviously going to be more popping. So it's going to be more rangy, and he's got longer reach as well than Floyd Mayweather. So from that perspective, I think that Logan has the advantage. But again, Floyd Mayweather, on the other hand, is known to feel boxers out like at the start of the fight. Then eventually knows what kind of fighter you are. Then what he does after is essentially take away your best weapon, which is whatever you're good at. For example, my best weapon is my jab because I'm very tall and I've got a long arm. The same with Logan Paul as well. His best weapon is his jab, and Floyd is going to take that away from him. So if he takes his jab away from him, essentially it's over for Logan Paul. However, if Logan Paul could maintain his jab and obviously land it effectively, I think if he can land his jab, he can land the punch. And obviously he's a lot bigger than Floyd Mayweather. He can literally knock him out. And I know that sounds bad. It sounds like, oh, it's never gonna happen. But again, there's weight discrepancies. The weight discrepancies is exponential. I mean, we're talking about 30 pounds, and we're talking about height differences in like 5-6 inches between the two fighters, and weight differences, as I've mentioned, 30 pounds. It's just, honestly, it's too much, honestly. And I think that, as bad as this might sound, Logan Paul does actually have a chance against Floyd Mayweather. However, going into the fight, of course, Floyd Mayweather is gonna be the favorite, the greatest professional boxer, the greatest boxer of all time, pound for pound king, five weight world champion, defeated Manny Pacquiao, defeated Victor Ortiz, defeated the likes of Andre Berto, the likes of Diego Corrales, the likes of, you know, the list essentially goes on in boxing. 50-0 Conor McGregor, Tenshin Nakahawa from Japan. So yes, Floyd Mayweather is obviously the greatest of all time, but this is going to be a lot closer than you might think. And Logan Paul is going to surprise people if, for example, there are people who are doubting him. But again, it's boxing, it's fighting. We never know what's going to materialize. Again, since I've mentioned it's fighting, we don't really know what's going to materialize anyway. But yeah, Logan Paul and Floyd Money Mayweather at the Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. Who have you got your money on? Who are you betting on to win the fight? So essentially, what's going to happen is, right, if the odds, I'm not a gambler, but I'm Gambian. That's so funny. But if the odds are obviously like way stacked against Logan Paul and Floyd is exponentially the favorite going into the fight, you probably might bet for Logan, to be honest, because what are you going to lose? I mean, if he gets twatted anyway, he's a cunt and not many people like him. So if you bet for him and he loses, he still loses. So you ain't got nothing to lose because you've just watched him get beat up. But if he wins as well, abracadabra, you've got money and you've won. So yes, Logan Paul, Floyd, money Mayweather. Can't believe I said Mayweather. Who have you got? Leave in the comment sections below. Anyways, and if you like this content and you've gained any value from it, click the content right here, the two right here, and subscribe down below with your notification bells turned on. And obviously, you know, we need to keep the consistency anyway, and I appreciate the people who've been obviously watching the video, supporting the channel and that. And you know, until next time, have yourselves an absolutely fantastic day.